You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little, expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. Get addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want to invite it. Bet your friends watching in the house, ain't your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second, but it's HD content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation. Bring it to the table, but if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' bring it to the table. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey, come on over to the Hood Table channel. It's DAHOOD table. The Hood Table channel. That's where we live at. So come on over. We about to get started on a few topics.
Welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events.
I'm sipping on some dark.
Wanna miss out on these conversations? Just joke a little, laugh a little, wine in your system, fill your glass a little, expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. Addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want to invite it. Bet your friends watching in the house, ain't your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't want to miss a second of this HD content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation. Bring it to the table, but if you come whack, just know we ain't buying.
I said we need an intro for our. We need an intro for our channel.
You don't need Netflix, you don't need
and my niece hooked us up.
Welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Yes. So everybody on the Primetime channel, please come on over to the Hood Table channel. DA space Hood space Table. The Hood Table channel. That's where we at over there. I put the link in my let me see if I can go over to I'm gonna go over to the Primetime channel and get the link, which is right here.
Switched and got.
Okay, let's see. That's not it. Okay, let's see. Matter of fact.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Sheila? We live on our other channel, so if you guys can please come on over to our other channel called The Hood Table. I'm only going to be live on this Primetime link for a little bit because I'm trying to direct everybody over to The Hood Table channel. DA space Hood space HOOD. Did I say that?
Hold on.
Okay, help me out.
The only thing you need to change in the name is the DA instead of THE. Hood Table.
Right.
There you go.
So I'm getting the link right here, so I can put it in the let's see, Tanya Prime Time.
Come on over so y'all can see me Christmas pimped out. You know.
We got bells on and things. Yes, we got bells on and things. We got
feeling all festive today.
Sandy hats. Okay.
Flip to the back. There we go. Bam.
Okay, I just said hey in the comments from the other channel. So y'all see that in there? The Hood Table. Click on the 3 dots next to that, and it'll say, it'll direct you right to the other channel. So come on over. I'm about to end this live, y'all. Deuces. Okay. Now we got to give our whole entire attention to the Hood Table channel. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? It's Carmel Diva, and I look at her looking all Christmassy. She got her little. See, she was supposed to wear that the last time
but
we went live.
It's closer to Christmas now, so we.
And we got our little, with the ball on the. What side we gonna put the ball on? The right side. We gonna be coordinated. This side. Coordinate. The balls both gotta hang the right same way. No, actually, it looks better this way. One ball on each side. Okay.
The ball's gonna hang the same way. I ain't even gonna start with you tonight. I'm not.
Lord have mercy. But anyway, y'all.
Yes, I am queen of the dirty minds. Don't pay attention to me, y'all.
We grown. But anyway, yes. Happy holidays, everybody. I hope everybody's having a good weekend thus far. We got a few things we want to talk about tonight. From the title of the live, it did mention Oprah and Russell Simmons and her documentary, which Karma Diva, she's going to lead off with. That's going to be our first topic, and we're going to talk about some other things. And the phone number you see is listed down below, because we will be taking phone calls tonight, because we want to hear, if some of you guys want to call in, we want to make sure you feel.
We want to hear your voices. We want to hear your opinions on what's being said, what we're talking about.
Exactly.
And we want y'all to feel like y'all you are a part of the show.
Just my 5 cents said she ain't gonna touch that one. Hey, what's up?
That's why I said I'm gonna leave it alone.
Hey, Godmom in the house. Hey, Godmom. Hey. How you doing? And we got Miss Jen. Hold on, let me make sure I say it right. Miss Gen Xer?
Yep.
Miss Gen Xer empath?
Yep.
I think I said it right. If I didn't, correct me and let me know how it's pronounced.
So, I think it's Miss Gen Xer, but I like that.
I like that too. I really do.
She's an empath. Hey.
But yeah, so can I lead off with the main topic that we're going to discuss tonight. Which is about Russell Simmons and Oprah. What's up, Maurice? What's up, my favorite brother that's be in the chat? Mm-hmm. This is our favorite brother from the chat.
Oh, right? Okay. Well, hey, brother.
That's our favorite bro.
The story I wanted to lead off with was about about Oprah Winfrey doing a documentary on Russell Simmons, the allegations of sexual misconduct that were against him. What was that, last year sometime? Early last year?
Yeah, last year. And it was some before that too.
Yeah. And I mean, my thing is this, why is Oprah, okay, after all of the mess that she caught after doing the Michael Jackson.
Oh, she got a lot of backlash.
Yes,
mm-hmm.
a lot of backlash. So after that, you would have thought that she would have said, hey, you know what? I'm going to back off of, going into these sexual allegation things
mm-hmm.
against men, and especially black men. But then she goes in on Russell. But my question was, even when she did the one on Michael,
mm-hmm.
my thought in my head was, why are you not going after Weinstein? Why are you not going after Epstein?
And that's what a lot of people are wondering.
She's buddy with Weinstein.
Hmm.
And he runs, believe it or not, I look at some of the old movies we used to watch back in the day, and it was his companies.
Yeah.
That was
producing. Over a lot of the production.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
A lot. Like major portions of the movies that we watch, that we love, that we call, hood classics,
mm-hmm.
he put out.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it's got to be about that money. It's about that money for Oprah, because otherwise, why would you not go after him?
Right.
And his buddy Epstein.
I mean, it does sound kind of funny. I mean, now that a lot of people is bringing it up and talking about, like 50 Cent, just my sense said that part. 50 Cent, he is out, speaking vocally about it too. A lot of celebrities, because they feel like, okay, first of all, you made a documentary about Michael Jackson, who's not here to defend himself. Right. And although a lot of us do believe that he was a little too friendly with some of the little the little Caucasian boys, with the little Caucasian boys. I specifically said Caucasian boys, but he's still not here to defend himself. So she got a lot of backlash from that. And then it's like, okay, this just happened, last year? No, or was it earlier this year? Oh, okay. It was earlier this year, because it was after the R. Kelly.
It was after
the R. Kelly.
Almost directly after the R. Kelly thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's ridiculous to me that, if he, I put it like this. Russell Simmons, from the information I've been able to find, dude took like 3 polygraph tests and passed. And then, other than like maybe 3 women who were initial accusers, they're all like, you know what? I was lying, trying to get money. You know, their families have all said, no, she wasn't telling the truth. This is a lie, blah, blah, blah. And
Lori's.
It's just, but you know, they just, you know, what people won't do for money.
Yeah, I
there
think,
it is.
You know, it is really. I'm gonna go out on the limb. Okay. I might be reaching, y'all. Y'all know how I do sometimes. I'll be reaching, but I wonder if the fact that she speaks out a lot more on our people about allegations like this, if it's not because she was assaulted by our people. You know what I mean?
To say that.
Her uncles, there's been several that has touched her when she was young, and they were our people. You know what I mean?
I believe that, and I was going to mention that too.
What y'all think? Y'all chime in. Let us know what y'all think.
Somebody call in and say something.
Yes.
You know.
I will open up the phone lines at the end after we discuss everything we're going to discuss, and then I'll open up the phone lines, and you can chime in on any one of the topics that we discussed tonight. But we definitely want to hear what you guys got to say about that, because as far as Weinstein, there are people, you know, who have spoke vocally out about him and stuff, but not no like documentaries and things.
Right, there's been no documentaries about this man, and he is actively, to this day, paying off his accusers. Now, that's a shame. How many accusers you got that you paying them off, and there's still more?
A lot. And it's like me, as far as I'm concerned, I don't care if you're white, black, Puerto Rican, blue, purple, yellow. I mean, you can't, like, some people are like, oh, they always want to focus on the black man. They want to take a brother down. They want to bring. It's not about that for me. I'm like, if you did it, you did it, right. And you need to be brought down, no matter what your race is.
Now, see, my whole thing though, with them saying, oh, they bringing down the black man, this and that. I agree with you on that. If you, whatever color you are, you can be purple. If you did it, you need to pay the price for it.
Exactly.
But they do go. They always. Well, I feel like this. Remember back in the day, us folks was real good about sweeping it under the rug.
Oh yeah,
it didn't happen
in the 70s, the 80s, the early 90s.
Oh, girl, honey, all throughout time they swept it under the rug.
Yeah, before that too.
You don't say nothing about the deacon. You don't say nothing about your uncle. You just keep them kids away from him.
Uncle Pete.
You know, and that's wrong.
Yeah,
it should have been something that was stopped. Unfortunately, it didn't. But now you cannot just say, I mean, yes, the black man does get a bum rap on a lot of stuff. A lot. I will never disagree with that. But some stuff like this, like with Kels, come on, man.
Age ain't nothing but a number.
He been telling us since he came out what he was doing and what he liked.
Yes. But he's still locked up right now. I cannot wait to see how much time he gonna get. That dude ain't gonna see sunshine again. Lord have mercy. But anywho, y'all please let us know. Chime in what y'all think about that topic as far as Oprah.
I think Oprah needs to sit her ass down because she's gonna lose her channel if she don't stop this. And that's probably a reason why she ain't going after Weinstein. He might be, you know what, if we dig deep enough, he might be one of the contributors to her getting a channel. He might be one of the benefactors.
We need to do some research,
honey.
We need to do some research. But
ain't nobody dig for dirt like me.
Lord have mercy. You're going to have all kind of people calling you up. Can you find my baby daddy? He owed me child support.
Girl,
can you find my
child support too? Speaking of,
hey,
look,
can you find my man? He ain't been home all week.
Well, hell, honey, he gone. Say goodbye. Him gone.
Lord have mercy. But do y'all think 50 has a valid point? 50 Cent, you know,
once in his life.
He's coming hard at Oprah, saying, you know, Oprah need to stop coming for the black men, you know, because she came for Michael. Now she's coming for, you know, Russell Simmons. And do y'all think it's all about a money thing? Like, just to make money off of this? Because other accusations are trending or have been, you know, discussed and came out, you know, from under the rug, per se, over the last few years. Do you think it's just a money thing, or do you think she really thinks Russell might be? Because, like you said, he did pass some polygraph tests.
He passed the polygraph test, 3 of them, if I'm not mistaken.
But you know they can't use those in court. So.
Yeah, they're not admissible in court.
Yeah, but
well, it depends on the state you're in, though.
Yeah.
But still, the fact that this man has taken 3 and beat them all. Mm-hmm. That speaks a lot for what's going on.
It speaks volumes.
Right.
Yeah. I agree.
The fact that, you know, these are the only people you could find. And then the thing, if you're really going to do a documentary, do one where you can get both sides, where you can ask some of the accused, you know, ask the accused, ask his people.
Look what Maurice said. She the black female Donald Trump.
Right.
Do we need to impeach her? Do we need to impeach? What you trying to say, Maurice?
We're gonna start that.
We're gonna start a campaign to impeach Oprah. You said Oprah money too long. She can never. You ain't never lied.
She ain't gonna go broke, but they gonna take. I bet they snatch that shit. Hey,
I just wish I was one of those people she wanted to give money away
we told Cosby wasn't gonna go broke, and they wasn't gonna do nothing to Cosby neither. But look where his old wrinkle butt is.
Yeah, I wonder what shoes. Again, I wish they could throw some of that money this way. Because they sure ain't gonna ever go broke. Mm-mm. Hey, Fire Squad, what's up?
Hey.
Thanks for tuning in tonight.
What she say?
Just for 5 cents. If it was really about the truth, she wouldn't have went after all of them black and exactly. That's what a lot of people are saying. Just my 5 cents.
Right.
But I think with that Weinstein, I think a lot of celebrities don't want to touch that man because he was partly responsible for a lot of their careers.
Yeah, he was responsible for a lot of their success.
Career.
But
yeah.
That don't mean you sit there and you allow him to continue to victimize people.
Well, that was the same thing that happened with Kels too. He was responsible for, you know,
and
a lot
ever
of
since
people.
That stuff came out with Kels,
they
I was
payroll.
one of the main ones saying, okay, everybody coming down on Kels. And Kels, trust me, I believe he is completely guilty.
Absolutely.
But he had a lot of help. Because, hey, where was the girl's
managers?
Parents? You had managers,
guards.
you had security guards, he got the women, he got the people that look over
cooks,
the girls,
the cooks,
people
the
coming
chef,
and going
the
out of
maid.
that house, and then don't let that wife fool you.
Oh, I'm about to throw Drea in there. Drea, I always say that she knows way more.
No, I'm gonna tell you what I say about her.
Mm-mm.
This what Karma D will say. She was not a victim. She was a volunteer. And
so you don't think he ever hog-tied her on the side of the bed like she claimed? Girl, that money was probably long.
Okay.
That money.
So that tells you what? She was not a victim.
I mean, it couldn't be me. Put it that way.
You
cannot buy me.
You got one
cannot buy me. I don't care how many kids we got. I don't care how big the house is, how big my ring is, how long the ding is.
Right.
And you can't put your hands on me because I'm calling all my relos, all my fam. We coming strong. He touched me. And it's gonna be it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
You know what? My family like Miss Laura. She said it as a joke, but my family is truthfully like that. I'm gonna make one phone call. And he better put on them Nikes and never stop running. Because it's going to be a wrap.
Yeah.
But anyway, I digress.
Anyway. But again, we're going to have the phone lines open at the end of the show. So this is one of the topics you can chime in on if you want to. Now, moving right along. I want to, this next story, I'm sure y'all heard about it. because it happened the other day. A 9-month-old baby drowned after being left alone in a bathtub in Florida, in Hobe Sound, Florida. The authorities, they calling it a suspicious death the last time I checked earlier today, because of the fact the story just didn't sound right. From the jump, the story didn't sound right. It was a husband and a wife. They were both at home. The wife claimed that she put their 9-month-old baby in the bathtub for a bath, but then she told her husband she was going to take a nap.
But the husband was asleep.
The husband. I don't know if the husband was already asleep or if he was.
See, from the one I had read this morning, the husband was already asleep.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he had worked like a overnight shift, and the father was asleep. And I guess she was so tired while giving this baby a bath that she said, "Oh, okay, let me go ahead and I'm gonna leave the baby in the tub and I'm gonna take a nap real quick."
Yeah, that's what she did. I'm gonna take a nap, and
she left the baby in the tub for 20 minutes, huh?
And they don't understand, like you know what? My children are grown. My youngest one just left the house. He's 18 in college, full-time student. The other one's 22. Both sons. But I asked my youngest son today, the one, both of them, but the one that just left.
Yeah.
I said, do y'all remember when y'all used to take baths when y'all were little? Do y'all remember when y'all got to that age where I could trust that you guys would be okay in the tub? Not like I'm going to the stove or going outside or, just, what I mean? I'm there.
Up until my kids was about 6, I was in the bathroom.
Exactly. That's what I told them.
And when they turn about 5 or 6, I'm still
like right there.
I got the door cracked or it's open, and I'm
the
like,
door is open.
If I don't hear splashing, hey, what you doing?
Right. And
you
what I
right
would do,
there?
I told my son today, I said, do you remember what I used to do? And he had to think real hard because he's like, man. He said, well, you used to always yell or something while we were in the tub. I said, yeah, I used to always say, like, I swear to God, like every few minutes. If I didn't hear no splashing or no toys or nothing, no, you know how kids, they be having their cars and all kind of stuff. Right. Doing all kind of mess. If I didn't hear nothing, you okay in there? You okay in there?
My daughter 9, and now she do it to me. Wait a minute, she be in the shower and she be like, Mommy. I'm like, what do you want?
But a 9-month-old, like, who the heck leaves a baby, an infant in the tub? Hey, Roxanne. Hey, honey.
Hello.
Who leaves an infant, a toddler? That ain't even toddler. It ain't infant.
That
but you know what
infant.
I mean?
That's an infant.
It's 9-month-old. 9-month-old. In the tub. See, what I think happened, y'all let us know how y'all feel about this.
She drowned that baby.
I think either that.
They got too much for her. I think there was 2 other kids in the house.
Yeah, and they took them. They took them kids, thank God. I think either that happened or either she probably was one of those overworked mothers who wasn't getting enough assistance from her husband. And she probably was pissed off, like, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. You get the baby. Now, you know how some crazy women are like that. They're like the ones who drop the kids off on the porch. I'm tired. I'm tired. I always got the baby. Just drop the kid on the porch. Here's his bag and just run off. You know what I mean? I think maybe it could have been something like that too, where she was just like, you get the baby. Get up, get the baby. And maybe he was so tired, probably didn't realize what she was saying, and he stayed asleep.
But you don't.
I don't know.
You know what? My mind, I think maybe because I was in the medical field and I've seen more than I really ever planned to.
Even just to answer the phone.
Right.
Exactly. When they that little, just my 5 cents.
By proxy. She might have Munchausen's by proxy. And what that is typically a parent or just someone who hurts another person in order to get attention.
I'm very
and they do it for
with
themselves.
Yeah.
They, you know,
hey guys, share skit.
hey, but they do it
I'm
because
about to stick
they
myself in the straw almost went up my whole nose. Did y'all see that?
I'm serious in this phone. I can't with her.
Woo! I forgot I had a straw in I forgot I had a straw in my cup. And I was about to just turn the cup up in my mouth, and the straw almost went up my whole nose.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Y'all don't realize how special she is. Y'all really don't.
Okay. No, girl.
This is a whole nother
I would have been up here
level.
like, my nose. Girl.
It's a whole nother level of special. Y'all ain't even ready for this.
Who child? Who child? Okay, just my 5 cents said, just like you don't leave your shift till the next person comes to start stairs, you don't leave that baby till her dad. Exactly.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Right.
Oh, my mom said Oprah, he is for
and you know she friends with him too.
Oh.
Quiet as it's kept. If you go back, if you do your research,
and she know a lot of things about politics too.
Hey,
she know a lot of things.
She know a lot about a lot of stuff.
Yes,
I've seen that over the years. But yeah, she Oprah in 45. If you go back, if you look in the 80s and 90s, she was always hugged up underneath him, and they was all friends and buddy. I think she had him on the show a couple of times.
Yeah.
But I mean, think about it. Back in the 90s, rappers was talking about
everybody was cool.
Trump.
Everybody was cool. Like the guy, the mayor who had that island. No. The one with the island, who was flying a lot of young girls out to the island, and all the rappers, like everybody. Clinton, everybody had been to his island, traveled in his private jets, and
it sounds familiar.
Back then, everybody used to make money hand over fist and was chummy.
Everybody was cool as hell with Trump. They was all BFFs. Yeah, they are, and I mean, like I said, hell, some of my favorite songs was they done named Trump in them, and I'm like, okay, back in the day, everybody wanted to be Trump, wanted to be black Trump, and then his true colors came out.
Yeah, Carla says she is trying to keep her name out with the other folk. But she's seeing that's what 50 Cent is saying. Right. Why you only, and I won't say dragging the black men down, but making a documentary. I'm gonna just say it how it is.
I feel like this. She's quick to point out the flaws of her own people, thinking she's being chummy with the others, with the rich folks, with the big money. But all she's doing is playing with fire, because the people you meet on the way up are the same ones you meet coming down.
Right. She don't want people now again, let's not, I don't want to deflect from the fact that if Russell Simmons really did do something,
then he really needs
to be punished. And that's why I'm looking forward to the documentary. I'm looking at Oprah's side eye. I'm giving her the side eye. Her and all her billion, gazillion, $trillion.
I never really was a fan of Oprah though. Even when she had her show.
I used to be way back. I was a fan of Big Oprah.
Big Oprah, not Little Oprah. Big Oprah.
Not Little Oprah. not the up and down the scale Oprah. I was a fan of the Big Oprah. That one. But you said they gotta get close to you before they can stab you. Girl, you ain't never lied.
If you ain't told the truth right there.
But yeah, as far as that lady who baby drowned, I cannot wait till they finish the investigation to see if she intentionally killed that baby.
They should have arrested her ass today. When they removed the baby, they should have removed her in handcuffs. I don't care what they say. She did it on purpose. She need to go to jail anytime. See,
don't get the Karma Diva started.
When you mess with babies, elderly, and people who can't defend themselves, that's when I'm coming for you.
And I told my youngest son earlier today too. I said that's why I want to be a foster parent. And he was like, he said, I know you always want to be I mean, I haven't done it yet. I took some classes
that's a noble
and
thing.
things like that.
Thing.
But there are a lot of parents out there who just, and I'm not saying this is the situation with her. You know, we just speaking on it, giving our commentary and, you know, asking for y'all feedback. But so I'm not saying she purposely did it. But some parents out there are 2 seconds away from doing the same thing or getting rid of their child in a different way. And that's why I said I want to go into foster care, because a lot of crazy parents are out there. Or either they just don't want to have nothing to do with their kids.
But my thing with this, with the foster parent thing, that's a noble thing. That's a great thing. But
Russell is a rainbow. What's that? Russell is... What is that, Maurice? Russell is a... I don't think he's guilty. You say?
I know what he's saying.
I don't know what he's saying. Russell is a what is? I can't tell what that emoji is.
Oh, them is rainbows.
Oh, rainbow. So what does that mean? He's gay or something? Y'all think Russell gay?
Honey,
Hold up.
that's been the news.
Is he part of the LGBT? Oh, I'm gonna say it right this time. No.
The pro golf? What?
See, you gonna stop judging me. Stop judging.
Look, this is what I'm doing. I'm
The
gonna turn my back
LGB. Hold up. I can't never get it right. Lesbian, gay, lesbian, bi, gay, LGBTQIA plus. Oh Lord.
XYZ.
Y'all know what I mean.
The rainbow.
Y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean.
The rainbow people.
She always mess with me.
She can't never get them right, and I'm like.
And I did say the next time I speak on that that community, I would have it wrote down in front of me. But I didn't think I was gonna end up speaking on that tonight. But
it always
we'll
comes
just say
up.
gay. We'll just say gay. But I mean, I know I heard about that before, but it was like never was it ever proven that he was gay? And if he is gay, I mean, if he is gay, there's a lot of down low men out here who still mess around with women. And thank you, Just My 5 Cent. LGBT, that's what I said. QIA.
There's too many damn letters. Can we just say gay? I'm just saying. Because
they're not all the same. Is gay, is bi, questionable. Okay, that's where he fit in. That's where he fit in. Russell, we're going to put him in the questionable.
Can we just say gay? That's too many names to try to remember.
Suspect.
And no. Think about it. Up until about maybe 10 years ago, weren't they all gay?
Girl, you about to make me spit out my drink.
I'm just saying. And I mean, I'm being serious. Why we got to have all these letters for the same thing?
Don't say that. Billy D he's fluid. Billy D is fluid. Carmel Diva actually think he's up in age, and he just, what did you say? He's senile? What did you say?
I didn't say he was senile. You said that.
No, you said he forgot what he was.
No. What I said was, what I had said was.
What happened?
Right. What had been said.
Thank you, Just My 5 Cent. Hold on, let me highlight her comment. What? He told us he was fluid or flowing or something.
He backpedaling.
Backstroke. He doggy paddling.
No, but what I'm saying,
he ain't got the rhythm yet. He ain't got the rhythm yet. He fluid. He ain't flowing yet.
What
He
I
doggy
said was,
paddling.
You know, I think Billy D was misunderstood because what he was saying was when he referred to himself as she sometimes or whatever, we all have that we all have a feminine side and a masculine side.
I know I do. Because I used to be a tomboy growing up.
I was always a tomboy.
But I was never part of the LGBTQIA. Did I say it right? T.
See, that's why I just said the
and I'm not shading them. I'm just saying.
Or just say
I was a tomboy, football, climbing trees,
I did all of that.
fighting dudes all the time. I was like tomboy at the basketball court every day playing with boys. I was like that till I was probably like 13 or 14. And then people tried to get me in a dress.
Stop. My mom, no, I wore dresses and everything, but my mom had to make me stop playing football because I just love to play. But, you know, after I started developing, it never stopped. But
that's about the time my mom was like, "Oh, you can't keep playing with the boys, and they gonna want to play with you."
Well, see, and my mom had to explain that.
But we play together,
right? And I wasn't thinking nothing like that. Hell, I just wanted to go out there and play
football. They're my friends. They're my friends.
And my mom was like, "Y'all be out there, and them boys
find me at the court, working on my free throws because." But anywho, yeah. So I understand what you mean as far as. Some of us have a feminine and a masculine.
And I think that was what he was referring to because, you know, think about it. Billy D was
I can't take y'all comments. He said he 90, he just tripping with himself.
See?
Billy D. Lady sings the blues.
Billy Billy D was the dude that men wanted to be and women wanted to be with. So
yep.
He was that cat. He didn't have to be overly masculine, but he wasn't all, you know, oh, okay. He wasn't nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
But what he's saying is, you know, ladies, don't trip if your man, you know, he ain't got to be all, you know, buff and muscular. But, you know, he may have a sensitive side and he may want to, you know, show you sensitive things from time to time, and don't be thinking, "Oh, he gay," because he's showing you his sensitive side.
Show you sensitive things. I don't want it to be sensitive. Be hard. Be
like
hard.
Still.
Angry. Okay, moving right along.
Sometimes that's the best one when they're angry. I don't want to say nothing else.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
He coming, all right.
He's okay. Moving right along. Lord Jesus.
He may leave some gifts you don't want either.
Take the wheel. Take the wheel. Take the wheel. Okay. So, okay. Next topic.
Oh boy. Don't give me. Oh Lord, I might have to leave for this one.
Next topic. Okay, I was in a group today on Facebook. You know, sometimes I always bring up a topic that I seen somewhere on Facebook. And the topic that I saw today on Facebook was, what if it became mandatory for all child support cases to be put in a trust fund that only the child could cash out at 18?
Then there'd be a lot of homeless, lightless, cold kids in this world.
Girl, let me read it one more again for those of y'all in the back of the church. What if it became mandatory for all child support cases to be put in a trust fund that only the child could cash out at 18? That's a post that some guy had posted earlier today in a Facebook group. And let me tell you, the comments had me want to get my popcorn. Man, they was going in. Both sides, the men, the women, people were pro, people were against, people were like, I mean, I can't even, me personally, who is single parent of 2 sons, personally, I feel the way a lot of people felt in that post, which was, so the woman or whoever has made, primary custody of the child, they supposed to pay for everything by themselves. From my sons, they played every sport from 2nd, 3rd grade, 4th, 5th. They played every sport, every elite football, basketball, 300 here, 500 here, $200 every 3 months for this. I mean, they were in everything growing up to keep
Those
them
are
active.
extracurriculars, they say.
That ain't even.
Those are necessities.
That ain't even the necessities, like the $150 shoes and the. I mean, y'all who got kids, y'all know how it is. I ain't got to drag it out, but the insurance, because I ain't have no Medicaid, I didn't have all that kind of stuff. After my kids got so many years old and my income got so much, I couldn't qualify for nothing. Not a Section 8, not one food stamp, nothing. So the main custodial parent's supposed to take care of everything: the rent, lights, gas, daycare, dental, vision, by themselves for 18, 19 years. And then the money from the other parent goes directly to the kid. Like, what kind of freaking...
you see, I'm sitting here just...
I'm like, what?
Because
you said, okay, Roxanne said, well, I think the parent putting the roof on the child's head is going to need that. Thank you. I'm like, when I saw that question in the group, Roxanne, I was like, what?
This is what they say. They come back and they say, well, you would have had to do that anyway. You would have had to pay the lights, gas, the rent, all of that anyway. You would have had to buy food anyway.
And you know what I got to say about that? I tell my kids all the time, I said, if I wasn't a parent, I would still be living probably in that same 1-bedroom, little studio apartment. That little apartment that was only $250. Now, of course, it's 2019, so the rent would have went up. But I would have still been in that $250 apartment, and only the lights, and that's it.
Eating out
and eating that, or even if I did cook, shoot, $50, it would be good a week. And I hate when the non-custodial parent be like, well, you still got to pay lights. You still got to pay gas. You still got to pay. No, sir, it's not as expensive. And they know that, but they got to have something to throw at you. Like when my kids, like we was talking the other day, when my kids ain't home, the heat goes down. When they home, the heat goes up.
Right.
When they gone, no lights and TVs and games are being played. When they home, after they homework and chores is done, they be on the games. They be on, electricity usage and heat goes up when more people's in the house. So why do people say stuff like that? You still got to pay the lights. You still got to pay the gas.
I like to tell people this when they argue about child support. How about I'm going to hand over the child to you. And I'm going to pay you what you pay me. And I'm going to do you the way you do me. I ain't going to call. I ain't going to come by. I ain't going to text.
Oh.
I'm not buying no extra clothes.
They ain't trying to hear nothing like that.
I ain't trying to help with daycare. I ain't trying to help with medical. I ain't trying to help with them extra expenses that come along with, they extracurriculars, taking them to buying an instrument for them to play. Take it.
I forgot all about the instruments.
Honey, because we have to go to football games. We have to go to basketball games. Don't think just because my son or my daughter is not out there on the court or on the field playing that, these band parents, like they don't travel along.
I know band can be really expensive.
Band is ridiculous.
I know people who had kids that was in band and that was expensive. Heck, with both of my kids being in sports all those years, and not only through school, but it was mandatory for them. You got the summer, what you doing?
Right.
What you doing next quarter? Which sport you playing? Which extracurricular activity you gonna be in? Because it didn't always have to be sports. I gave them a choice.
Right.
I don't care if you in a glee club, I don't care if you're in an African American History Club. I don't care, but y'all got to do something every quarter, every semester.
Right.
And that's how it was when I was raising my sons. So even through summer, they was traveling. They was traveling all through the summer, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars that I kicked out.
And why is the money that they paying in going to the kid? The money I kick out.
Can we split it? Can we split it? Like, okay, what do y'all say about this? Let me throw this out there because I done had conversations about this next question a lot with some people, and some people are on both sides. But okay, let's say, and I know a lot of people out there who got people who ain't paid child support for their children, and their children are now grown, and the parent might owe like 20, 30, 40, 50, 100,000, whatever. Now, let's say the kids are grown, they on their own, they got their own families, they like
check coming to me.
Like, no, I ain't saying the dad dead.
No,
I'm saying he's still alive.
Hey, I'm saying because you owe that much money, you thinking you finna get your Social Security check when you retire? No, brother. That's
no, it doesn't. But my question is, how do you feel about if your kids are full grown, they out on their own, they got their own family, whatever, and you all of a sudden start getting child support payments? What do y'all feel should be done with those monies? Do y'all feel like
when he caught up or when he did?
Do y'all feel like the money then,
or she, depending on the situation?
Do y'all feel like the money then should go to them grown kids, or do y'all feel the mother should keep all the funds, or do y'all feel like the mother should split the money with the kids? Because keep in mind, the mother been footing the bills all them years till the kids grew up and moved out. So it's 3 answers. The mother should keep all the child support to herself, like it's a reimbursement. Or the mother should give the kids the money every time she gets a child support check.
Why?
Or the mother should split it in half. Like, I know I paid everything for you to grow up, but that, and it also depends on the age of the child. Like if they're a college student or something like that and still at home, or even living away from home, I think I would give some of the money to the kid and keep some as a reimbursement for myself. But what you feel about it? And Maurice said, give it to the mama.
Thank you, Maurice. But I mean, it depends on the person. Me personally, it, like you said, depends on the situation. Each situation is different.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like giving it to a grown ass, one of your kids is grown and they got their own family. If they doing all right, then why do I need to say, hey, your dad sent some money in here? Because my kids, they'll be like, Mama, you keep it, because he ain't never did nothing for us anyway.
Yeah.
So, but on the flip side, why is it okay for the custodial parent to spend all of their hard-earned money on all everything for this child, all of those years, but it's okay for your money to just go in a escrow account until this?
That is so funny to me. I'm telling you, hold on, let me read some of the comments, y'all.
I'm like,
okay. Listen. Okay. Somebody said the kids need to eat today, tomorrow, and next year.
Thank you.
They said that makes no sense. Right. Like it makes no sense. And somebody said, what if it became mandatory that every male that stuck his wee-wee.
How old are we? 5? Let me see. Oh, I know who that is. That comment makes sense coming from that person.
He said, what if it became mandatory that every male that stuck his wee-wee in a female and got her prego would have to be responsible for the child's life for 18 years?
Well, they supposed to be.
Well, I mean, they're supposed to be anyway, so I don't really understand that comment. But
you understand it because you know.
I mean, and then Somebody said child support goes to the custodial parent to help with the cost of raising a child. If you think that the average amount of child support can realistically support a child, a person is seriously mistaken.
Right.
Why don't each parent equally have access to the child and only pay for things when the child is in their care? When a parent fails to have access and pay for the child when they are in their care, they are assessed a penalty that's paid to the court.
But what about the kids whose parents are dead or in jail? What do you do in that instance? I mean, that's addressing that statement. But
right. And then somebody else said, well, who's going to pay for the lights, gas, water, food, clothes, coat, winter socks, school programs, friends, birthday parties, events, haircuts, hair appointment, etc., etc., etc. They said this ish don't make any sense.
Or, who going to pay? Because shit happens. So who's going to pay when shit happens? Who's going to pay for the doctor bill? What if that baby got to stay in the hospital? Who's going to pay for that?
Oh, I ain't going to tell you. My son was the oldest one. Right. He was a sick.
Who's going to pay for that? Because not everybody qualifies for Medicaid and Medicare and all of those government programs. A lot of people don't qualify for that. So who's going to pay for that in that case?
Man.
Who's going to go get do you know the cost?
And we didn't have no
medicine?
Medicaid. And every trip to the doctor was $25. And mind you, he had chronic asthma and seizures. He was always in the hospital, always seeing all these different specialists. And the medical bills was outrageous.
I mean, and
outrageous.
But then so about the medicine you got to pay for. Do you know how much?
Girl, the medicine for his asthma alone.
Yeah, that asthma.
He had 3 prescriptions that he was on that he'd have to take every single day. This just for the asthma, not the seizures, but this was just for the asthma. He didn't grow out of his asthma until he turned 12. So all those years, from an infant on the asthma and the seizures, he didn't start growing out of that stuff till he was like darn near a teenager. Mm-hmm. So, and I had to pay for all that, the co-pays, everything, out of pocket, everything. And I was supposed to wait to. So the person who answered that question, I'm pretty sure they don't believe that way. I'm pretty sure they just put the question out there because it probably came up in the conversation, or they might have seen the question somewhere else. That's what I'm hoping.
I know that. Well, you know that person.
Yeah, we know the person who wrote
that situation, and it's crazy. But anyway,
anywho,
I get frustrated when I hear these conversations about child support and. Unfairly, I'm about to be real biased here, fellas. But too many times these men jump in and they like, well, I don't know why I gotta pay or why. It's always a why I gotta pay. It's like, when are you gonna be responsible for the life you helped bring into this world? Mm-hmm. I didn't do it on my own. You enjoyed that moment. You enjoyed them moments of fun too.
Oh, yes, every minute of it.
So now we both gonna have to pay.
You enjoyed every minute,
every second of it, down to the last drop.
Oh Lord, I'm about to open these. I'm about to open the phone lines for anybody who wants to call in.
I'm just saying.
Where's the phone line?
Let's all just be responsible for the lives that we are bringing into this world.
Yep. But besides that, hold on.
Pay your child support.
Let me put in the access code.
Men and women.
Yeah, because there's a lot of deadbeat women out there too.
Yeah.
I know a few guys who
I know a few fathers who are single parents, and they are excellent fathers, and I give them mad props.
Yeah.
The two I'm talking about, they got girls.
Mm-hmm.
All girls. And both of them got girls, matter of fact.
Yeah. So if anybody wants to call in and speak on any of these topics we spoke about tonight, the Oprah Russell Simmons documentary, or the lady who claims she put her 9-month-old baby in the
They
tub
need to water
and
boy
told
that
her
bitch.
husband to watch the baby while she take a nap, even though he was asleep. The investigators found out, and the baby died. By the way,
They need to water boy.
sad
her.
situation. Sad situation. Or the child support, as far as the question that was posted in one of the groups that I'm in. The question again was, what if it became mandatory for all child support cases to be put in a trust fund that only the child could cash out at 18? So if you have anything to say about that,
Do I gotta use a fingerprint? Because if I just cut the finger off, I can get into the account then.
what you talking? Oh, I'm up here like, what the heck? What is you talking, child? Let me take. Hold up, I'm thirsty.
I'm talking about the account. You know, if they need a fingerprint to open the account, I can just.
But you know what? I know my son so well, and we have such a great relationship. Like, no stuff. Me and my kids, we got every password, every PIN number for each other. No. Every time they like, and it's been that way. Let me tell you why it was that way to begin with.
I have their passwords.
Because
they don't have mine.
Oh, they know mine. They know mine. And it becomes necessary at
Although
certain
the
times.
9-year-old already told me, Mama, if you go to sleep, I can just take your finger and put it on your phone.
No. We have a I hold my kids give me money all the time just to hold. Mom, put this in your counter. Mom, but when they went to college out of state and they didn't work, and times when I had to give them money for certain things, we had joint accounts and things like that. So I'm not telling people that's what you should do with your kids, but you got to know your kids. If you got a kid that you think might steal from you, then don't do nothing like that.
Right.
But like I can get my son my debit card right now. Go to the store and buy something. Okay, you know what I mean? So some parents have that relationship with their children.
I do with my son.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't mean like every password to like their Facebook or I did when they was younger. I did when they were younger, but now that they're grown, I don't know what their
when
Facebook
they grown,
password. Yeah, when they grown, but when they were younger, yeah, and they dad did too. He was paying the phone bills. He was buying them $800-$900 phones every year. So he was like, "Yeah, I'm getting your password."
Wait a minute.
But yeah, he buys iPhones every time they come out. I was about to cuss. Every time they come out.
Do daddy need a partner?
The boy is spoiled. The boy is, I'm telling you.
Do daddy need a girlfriend?
My son right now talking about, Dad, what's up with what's the newest one? The iPhone 11 or something? Dad, he's like.
Well, my 9-year-old really thought she was going to get one of them for Christmas.
But I mean.
You funny.
But I mean, I know my son so well. We have such a good relationship, both of my sons, that I know if something like that happened, and they dad had to put all the money in the trust fund until they was grown, I know they would kick me up. You know what I mean? You have some kids who you just know, Mom, here. That's for you.
I'm not worried about my kids
because you've done so much for me. I mean, my son's in college now, and every time they have to write like some kind of essay about them growing up, the things they write in their papers be having me in tears. I mean, my mama, she's this, she's that. You know what I'm saying? You don't think about it until they say it, right? You just do it. I know. But yeah, I know I would be good if that was to ever happen and they made child support that way. But here's a question: why do they lock the nonsense custodial parent up? They can't pay. That's a good question. Just my sense, and
it don't make sense. I mean, it would make more sense for them to make them get a job than to take but then they take their license from them, so now they can't get to work.
They got an Uber. That ain't funny.
That's stupid though. Now you gotta pay somebody to take you to work. And then, but if you have the means to get there yourself,
I mean, I get why they do it. I'm not saying it's right, but I get why they do it. It's kind of like a scare tactic. It's a scare tactic. It's like they have jail there for certain reasons. If you steal, if you kill, if you do, it's a scare tactic kind of. If you do this, you're going to jail. And so a lot of men, though, they pay their child support. Some of them might get behind. They might lose their job. They might get injured. Stuff happens. But for the most part, most people I know who are single parents, they get some kind of help from the other parent. Not all of them. Because some of my friends, they didn't struggle their whole child's life because of the other parent not doing nothing. So it's kind of a scare tactic. Just if you pay, you won't go to jail. I don't think they want to nobody wants to see their kid's father, especially if they have a good relationship with their kids. Like there are some great fathers out there who are just awesome as far as being with their kids, playing with their kids, taking their kids places, picking them up for school, reading to them, helping them with this, playing sports. There's some great dads out there who fall on hard times and can't pay their child support.
Them other ones who
don't want to pay,
they can kick rocks uphill in a snowstorm.
If they gotta go to jail for a stint, I ain't even gonna be mad, because my whole thing is this. I'm a single parent, and at times I done work 2, 3, 4, 5, 11 jobs to take care of my kids. I'm a hustler. I always got a couple of hustles. I not?
She ain't lying.
My mom, she's in the chat. My godmom's in the chat.
She ain't lying.
My godmom is in the chat. She will tell you I'm a hustler.
Hey, on side, April.
I will do everything and anything to take care of my kids. We ain't never went without lights, not gas, cable, phone.
We can go without cable.
They done been in every sports program.
I ain't got it now.
I mean,
they miss nothing.
They good. We've always been good. And if I gotta work 1, 2, 3, or 4 jobs for that to happen, that's what I do. So if they put my baby daddy in jail because he don't want to pay child support, I'm like, hey, you gonna write your father?
I put it like this: if they upset about,
is you gonna write your father? Did you say On-Site was in here?
Yeah, she on there.
Hey, On-Site love.
But
that's Auntie April.
If they want to put somebody in jail, I say this, and they get mad about it, but wouldn't they put me in jail if I didn't feed that child? If I didn't provide for that child? They would put me in jail.
If I was to go outside right now and say, I ain't coming back, feed yourself, I'll be down in the jail. CPS will be at the crib.
Thank you.
Taking all the kids, the dog, the cat. The CPS gonna took everybody down. But the non-custodial parent be still at his home chilling, not working and not paying child support. So I'm just saying, I don't want to see nobody's baby daddy in jail because they ain't paying child support. But I ain't mad if they put them in there, because maybe that'll be something to kick them in the butt and say,
they don't care.
Want to be in jail?
They can do that. They do that little stint on their head. They don't care about that.
And it goes for women too, because there's deadbeat mamas out there too.
Oh, yeah.
And let me make this clear. I don't think a parent who don't pay child support is a deadbeat, because things do happen. But the ones who consistently do not take care of their children, men or women, if you gotta spend a little time on that cot, 3 hots in what they call it?
3 hots in a cot.
3 hots in a cot. I ain't mad. I'm just saying.
It just is what it is.
It is what it is. Me and mine still gonna be good.
Okay.
They grown now, so it don't even matter.
Mine ain't grown, but I
ain't call them up right now. Can I get some money? I don't even need no money, but I could. Can I get some money?
I ain't getting nothing from my kids but an open hand. My daughter,
See, you're still younger than mine. Mine is grown. They got jobs, cars, all that.
No, my daughter.
Could you go to the store like this morning? I had my son said, what you need from the store? I said, oh, we need this, that, body wash, dish liquid, tissue, da. He said, just text it to me. Just text to me. How much money you need? How much was the receipt? And don't even worry about it. He brought the stuff in the house and walked right out the door. I was like, hey.
No, my daughter. She come home one day. She said, Mommy, you want some money? Now, mind you, she's 9. I said, yeah.
She's so cute,
I know. But she said, here you go. And she done made, she done sat in class and took some construction paper and stapled it together and wrote Gucci on the top of it. And then she done made her own money. She said, "Here, Mom, sit down." I said, "Okay." She said, "I'm making it rain." I was sitting there. I was like, "You know what? If you don't get away from me, make it rain some
Make
real
it rain,
money on
man.
me."
Make it rain. Clear it out. Let it rain. Clear it out. Y'all remember that song?
I played that for her one day.
Chicken noodle soup. With a how they do a
Chicken
soda
noodle
on the
soup with
side.
something on the side. Or something. I don't know. I never really got to dance because
Man, I used to kill that dance. I'm telling you, when my kids was younger, like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, every dance that came to every song, teach me that dance. Mama, no, teach me how you do the chicken noodle soup. I want to do it. I'm up there.
see, my kids, my daughter don't believe because see, she came along like right around the time when I got sick.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times she's never seen me dance. She's never heard me sing.
Oh, I used to get it,
I would
boy.
sing, but she ain't never seen. She never knew that I sang locally with a group. And so the other day
I used to too.
Oh, did
What's
you?
the name of your group?
I ain't even gonna say.
Ours was Nubian Voices. That's what our group was back in the day. Your girl used to sing.
I was the only female in the group.
Mm-hmm. I used to write music, all that.
So they were, you know, it was all most of the songs we sang were kind of misogynistic, and I was just kind of the girl hanging on, singing the background, but yeah, I put on a CD the other day, and she listened. I said, "That's Mommy," and she was like, "You're right. Who is that, Mom? For real?" I'm like, "That's me." She's like, "Mom, will you quit playing? Who is that?" I'm like, "That's me." And I mean, we went through the whole CD, and I'm playing these songs. She was like, "That don't even sound like you. That don't even sound like you."
They don't even know all the talents we have.
Right. And she didn't believe it until she went in. And
I used to rap. I used to sing.
I remember she went in and asked my mom and my son. She was like, "Mom said she was in a group." My mom was like, "She was in a group."
Yeah,
I
was in a group for a short
She
time.
was like, "I went and I seen her in concert on the stage do it." And she was like,
We did talent shows and all that, but then we had a cool group too. We had a really nice group, and we used to sing everywhere, talent shows and stuff. But then people started getting pregnant.
Wait a minute, and the funny part was I got pregnant when I first started with the group.
People started getting pregnant.
I'm
like, damn, I see why female groups break up all the time.
I had only been in the group.
I'm like, do you gotta have a kid?
I had only been in the group 2
right
months.
now.
That's
Do you
what
gotta have?
gotta have a kid.
Didn't nobody teach you about condoms? Like what?
I was gonna say something else.
Like for real? You about to have a baby? Like man,
I had only been in the group 2-3 months before.
hello. Is somebody on the phone?
I
I think I hit the phone. But yeah, so anywho, the phone lines are open again if you want to discuss any of the topics with us, or if you want to chime in. Let me put the phone number up again. If you want to call in and say hey or chime in on any of the topics. But I know a lot of people in here, excuse me, a lot of people who are subscribed to our channel is from our own city in Omaha, Nebraska. And I had posted earlier about the fire from last night at Ernie Chambers Court. It was a humongous fart. Yes, aka New Jack. It was, matter of fact, I'm gonna show you a clip of the video, some live footage.
I didn't know.
It was a 3-alarm fire. It was really bad.
Wow.
Somebody's kid was playing with fire. And
this building is over 100 years old.
105 years old. 105
Actually,
years old.
Older than that.
110 years old. It was a bad fire. It was a bad fire. I had put it on the channel earlier, so I'm gonna show you guys this. Let me pull it up a little bigger. Make it expand. See if I can get it big as possible. Here's just a little bit of the live footage.
Was it just one building?
It was just one building.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just one building.
And was it completely destroyed?
Yeah.
Wow. And they just renovated it too.
They just renovated it. Yeah. It was a nice.
Because unfortunately during that crack epidemic, during that stage when it first hit, those were, it really was, we call them New Jack because they was like the New Jack City projects, how when they took over the projects, that's what it was like down there.
Yeah.
And thank God, they went down there and they cleaned them up and they renovated them and they made them available again. And I never went inside, but I heard they were really, really nice when they renovated them.
They really nice apartments.
And for that to happen, that's sad, especially around Christmas.
A lot of people are homeless right now. What's the color came out last night? Of course, Red Cross.
Yeah.
Red Cross came out last night. But one of the let me just pause this real quick. Just want to show y'all a little clip of that was live footage. You can check out the whole video on our channel. I uploaded it earlier today.
Yeah, I saw it on there.
So yeah, that was live footage. Ernie Chambers Court is very familiar for people who live in North Omaha.
Right.
Like it's that building has been around for 100 and something years, like 110 years.
That's very sad.
As she was saying, back when the crack epidemic was in, Omaha, way back in the 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
That was one of the places in that area where a lot of drug and gang activity was. But a lot of the buildings down there have been refurbished, remodeled, transcended, and beautiful, beautiful buildings now.
Right.
And now it took
gone.
them all night to get that fire out.
Wow.
So
my heart goes out to those who lost their home.
Nobody was hurt. Nobody was hurt.
Okay.
Nobody was hurt.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing. Unfortunately, they've lost material things and maybe things.
Christmas presents probably.
And things that had sentimental value, but nothing that can't be replaced.
Right.
Like a person. You can't replace.
You can even birth certificates, wedding certificates, those pictures. They might be gone, but as long as your life is still there. So I'm glad nobody was seriously injured. Nobody died. No fire. The rescue team. No, that was a big fire. Nobody got injured. So I'm very, very glad about that. The last thing I wanted to talk about is let me pull that up real quick. Jeffrey and Tamika Anderson. I had posted their post, been sharing the post regarding their son who was from Omaha, Nebraska, where we are from, living in, Omaha, Nebraska. And he had last weekend was killed instantly by a drunk driver. And it wasn't just him. His friend was killed as well upon impact. The drunk driver, I haven't heard anything about her, but I know after the wreck, after the crash, they said if she ever woke up, she would be charged for, homicide. Motor vehicular homicide. I don't know if she woke up. I don't know if she passed. I haven't heard anything, any updates about her yet. So I'm assuming that she's probably still in the hospital and maybe in a coma or something like that. But she will be charged. 2 people died. Others were injured, but they'll be okay. But Jeffrey and Tamika Anderson. Tamika, she's a business owner at the First Impressions Hair Salon here and Boost Mobile. Excuse me. They have a large family, lots of friends and loved ones. Her son Jeffrey, her son Arnez, he was 20 years old, great athlete, great son, great friend, overall great person, and him and his friend both died last weekend. So again, I want to send my condolences. The funeral was yesterday. I said it before, but I want to send my condolences. My heart when I saw that story, I immediately started crying because I'm like, you just never know. Like, if it'll be the last time you see somebody you really care about.
And that's, unfortunately, I didn't know that family, but my heart still goes out to them, to the family of his friend, and the others who were injured. And even the driver, because
even the driver and their family,
because they're going through something too.
Yeah.
But as far as never knowing, the one thing that I do with my children, and I did it tonight with Tanya's boys when they left the house, and they were all saying "I love you" when they left out the door. I was like, "I love y'all too," and they were probably like, "What?"
And I know my sons are like,
I mean, I know I haven't seen her for a while, a couple of years, but why is she telling us?
They were just kind of shocked because you said it.
But you don't know when it's the last time you're going to see someone.
Right.
So with my kids, and they'll tell you, when they walking out the door in the morning to go to school, I say, okay, bye, babies. Mama love you. I love you too. And then we always say, I love you most of all.
Mm-hmm.
I love you most of all. When we go to bed at night, because I feel safe and secure that my children are home and they're in their beds. I love you. I love you too.
Yes, we gotta pray
most of all. And
we gotta pray over our kids. That's what Rock's saying all the time.
Pray
all the
over
time.
Them, all over
yeah, she was a good mom. She was a good mom. And it's so sad because when I first read it, like when things happen to people, kids, that just hits me right here. I ain't even have to ever even met your child in person. But to hear somebody lose their kid, especially in certain ways,
right?
Like
it doesn't matter to me anyway.
I just immediately started crying. I was like, oh my God.
Just knowing somebody lost their child.
The pain.
And that's
because I don't know what I would. Oh Lord.
My cousin just recently lost her son. To her, that's her baby. He was like 36, but he was still young. And he had just gotten married like a year ago. Mm. And, just looking at her posts on Facebook.
Yeah.
And how she's trying to keep going on. Trying to keep, going day to day. But still just remembering or just knowing that your child will never pick up that phone again to tell you, Mama, I love you. Or, Mama, this happened today, or blah, blah, blah. Just knowing your child will never walk through that door again.
Yeah.
And that has to be one of the hardest things as a parent to have to go through. Not to mention, maybe a spouse or kids. So just pray over your families, man. And make sure you tell people you love them. And don't wait too late to say that to them.
Yeah, I'm trying to get this picture bigger so that people can see it more clear. Let's see. Okay, can we get I think I made it too big.
I think you did.
Yeah, I made it too big.
I think you did.
But for some reason it
Yeah,
but it won't stay in the middle. So I'm gonna just make it back smaller. But yeah, he was 20 years old and
handsome young man.
Very handsome young man. He was great athlete. It was just really sad. So I definitely we got to send lots of love, lots of prayers.
Lots of love.
So the Hood Table, I already posted it on our Facebook page and asked for everybody who's a part of the Hood Table to please, pray for that family, keep them in their prayers because they lost a son and he's 20 years old. So that's why it really hit with me because I was like, my oldest is 22, the other one's 18. They both drive. And even though we say like you was here when my son left, I don't even have to say it.
Drive safe, be careful.
They walk out the door, love you, mom, bye. And I'm like, okay, love y'all too, drive safe. And then she's like, love y'all too. They was like,
and I said, I was like, they probably like, why is she saying like she loves
we
us?
always say that. Always.
And I told her, I said, that's something that we have to start doing. Even though that's not my children, and I barely know them I'm about to call them little boys, them young men. We have to start showing each other love.
Yes.
And showing each other's kids love, and not just your friends' kids love.
All of our kids, they're all of our kids. Like my son's friends came over tonight, and my son walked in. It was so funny. He walked in. And I saw his friend behind him, one of his best friends who I ain't seen in like 2 months because, they all in college and all that. Some of his friends came back home this week from college. So, they all in college. They all doing good. And so my son walked in. I saw his best friend behind him, one of them. And I mean like, oh, give me a hug. Yeah. My son looked at me like, hey, Mom.
Like, I'm here.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
My other son is home. My other son is home. Like, it's not my kids, but you know how it is. When your kids have best friends, the ones they done been friends with for years, they call you mom. Mm-hmm. You call them your sons or your daughters or whatever. So, yeah, it was real funny. My son was looking at me like, dang, no love. I don't get no love.
You see, I do that just because my dad was like that with my dad and my mom was like that with my friends growing up. My dad is still the neighborhood dad. No, now he's the neighborhood pawpaw.
Yeah, pawpaw.
And everybody, hey,
thank
pawpaw,
you, Roseanne.
Hey, pawpaw. Hi, pawpaw. And I love it because he's still, a lot of these kids unfortunately don't know their daddies or didn't know their dad, so that meant they didn't know their grandpa.
Or their dad might have passed away.
Right. And so he's still, it don't matter who they are, because he'd be like, oh, okay, hey baby, how you doing? And now he work out at the mall, so that make it worse because he running into everybody. He be like, oh, so-and-so. and she looked like, and I'm like, Daddy, did you get a name? No. Well, how am I supposed to go off of so-and-so? Who?
That's what my kids tell me. They'll be out somewhere and they're like, Mama, I saw your friend. I can't remember her name, but she knew me. And she gave me a hug and told me to tell you hi.
That's like me and your oldest son when we were sitting there with Mark tussling.
That was funny.
When he was here, when I was over the last time, he said, you look familiar. I said, yeah, because we was all up there. He was like, oh, Tesla. I was like, yep.
What was the story again? Wasn't it some girl?
It was some girl, and she was a real pretty young lady. And, your son was already quiet, and he kept kind of looking. But the girl, I think she worked there. She kept walking by. And
I remember now.
And she was trying to get his attention, and we like, dude. And he was just like, what? And she was like, the girl came over and she was standing there and she was talking, and she ended up talking to Mark. And I'm sitting there like nudging your son. He like, what? And then the girl finally started talking about she wrestled. He was like, I don't want her.
No, this girl was trying to holler at my son, and she's a wrestler, and my son wrestled. Again, they play all kind of sports in high school. But he ain't. He was like,
I said, y'all might end up tussling. Like, I ain't trying to tussle with her.
Our friend Mark was like, oh, shoot, both of y'all wrestle. Y'all might end up tussling. My son was like, They came home and told me that story. I was like,
so hard. And the funny part was the girl was not going away. And so she
wanted my son bad.
She did, and she
wanted to be what do you call it? My daughter-in-law. My daughter-in-law. I'm about to say stepdaughter. She wanted to be my daughter-in-law.
I was like,
my son said, "Ain't no tussling on the mat, nope." But that was funny. But yeah, I guess nobody wants to call in and talk about any of the subjects that we talked about. Did nobody want to call us? Ain't nobody called this galaxy. So I'm gonna hang it up.
That's all right.
But that's cool. It's not, of course, it's not mandatory people call in, but some people like to call in, so we always gonna have the phone lines open at the end of our
I think
after we finish our
during-
topics. You think so?
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should. Okay, maybe
Is that
we should.
what we get them while they want on the topic?
I have tried that before though, but then it kind of like ended up that we really didn't get to other subjects.
That's
because
because
the phone calls kept
it was
coming in.
me doing
No,
that.
not just with you. Not just with you. I'm just saying sometimes the phones people keep calling in and we don't get on to the other topics. So that's why I said
You
after
gotta
we
learn
finish
how
the
to cut them off.
topics.
Me
I can't
included.
cut people off. I can't be
can.
like, okay, gotta go.
My cutoff game is smooth.
Like a bill collector. Call me back next week. Gotta go. Okay, all right. Gotta okay, you gonna take me to court? Okay, gotta go.
I tell them, you take me to court, stand in line. You gotta go way to the back.
You
of the
know
line.
how the bill collectors, you be trying to get them off the phone, and they be like, but, can we set up some kind of arrangement? Can I put something on the calendar? Can we call you back? Can we set up an automatic?
Whatever you want on the calendar.
I'll be like, listen,
Look, if you get something, we'll both be surprised.
listen, I will hit you back after the holidays, after Easter.
Yeah, I hit you back after the
Give
holiday.
me to like after Easter.
I hit you back after the holiday. I ain't gonna say which one, but
right? There's so many holidays.
and what year?
I hate bill collectors. But anyway, y'all.
But you know what?
Roxanne, it's so important to express
Bill collectors
love.
need love too.
Oh, that's so true, Roxanne. She said it's so important to express love. You never know what people are going through or feeling.
That's so
That's
true.
very true. That is very, very true.
But if they step on my feet, I don't care who they are.
She gonna pop them beside the head. She gonna pop.
Girl,
Kid,
we was at a
grown
party
up.
earlier this year,
It don't
and
matter.
you know my feet. I have nerve damage in my feet, and so my kids are very protective. We were at a party, and this little boy literally came from across the room, came and stomped on my foot and started walking off. And I was like,
How was he? How old was he?
he was like 4. No, actually, he was like 6.
And he just purposely stepped on you? Like, who kid is that?
And then he
I'm like, somebody don't come get that kid.
He came
right
and did it again.
Come get your kid.
So when he came
I'm about to
back
have
the
him up
second
like
time,
this. Like,
no, when he came back the second time and I couldn't grab him, my son stuck his foot out and tripped the little boy.
oh my God.
Hey, my babies.
I want to buy somebody. No.
Look, my babies know they have to protect the queen at all costs. You protect the queen. It's
I
just
remember-
like chess. You protect the queen.
I remember when I was, I remember this might be gross to some of y'all, but hey,
Oh,
this a
God.
hood story. This the hood table. This the hood table. But once upon a time, and keep in mind, I was a young child. I was probably like 12. But anyway, there was this, once upon a time, I was in church, and I used to be a little bad sometimes. And sometimes I was always like, don't mess with me. I won't mess with you. That's the kind of person I was. Still am kind of. But, you know, back then I really was like, don't mess with me. I won't mess with you. But anyway, it was this little kid.
Oh, God.
Keep in mind, I was 12. Okay, so you cannot judge me for my past childish behavior.
Probably about 22. But anyway, go ahead.
I was about 12. And this little boy, he used to always get on people's nerves because he was like that bad little spoiled kid. He would hit you. He would kick you. He was a bad little kid. And he had came up to me one time because I had told him to stop doing something. He was just being bad. And I told him to stop doing something. And he spit on me. Keep in mind, I was 12.
I don't care.
I was a preteen. But when I tell you I must have hawked one up All the way from all up in here. When I tell you, I must have all over. He turned around, started crying, running off. My mom was like, "What happened? What happened?"
Nothing.
I'm like, "I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't know what's wrong with him.
Crazy.
I don't know, but I'm ready to go home. Can we go home
Now. Like
now?
Right now. We need to go now. No, don't listen to her, mama. She crazy. Let's go crazy just like her son. Come on.
When I tell you that child, for the rest of the time and the years that I went to that church, he would walk right past me. And as he got older and older, you know, he grew out of that, but you know, he ain't never forgot.
Hey.
When I tell you, I pulled it all the way from my soul. I was like, "Oh, you ain't gonna spit on nobody else. You ain't gonna spit on nobody else."
The last
You're like, "Oh,
time
just
I
cry."
got spit on, I was at work. No, the last time I got spit
I'm
on.
like, "No, you didn't spit on me, you little brat."
Sometimes when I at work, we would have to, when we gave shots, we would have to double team for like a kid. And one of us would, we'd lay the kid down, and one of us would kind of gently lay on the kid, and the other would get the shots in the legs. So, homegirl giving the shots, I'm laying on top of the little girl. She sat there. Now, I say she had to learn this from somebody, because a little girl, she was going into kindergarten. Ain't no way she should know how to do this unless she done seen somebody do this. So I'm laying on her, and they give two sets of shots. So bam, and then bam. The little girl said,
She spit on you? Hold
when she did that, and then I still had to wait for the other shots to go, and she started trying to hawk again.
See,
I waited till my friend gave that shot. I looked, I said, I got up off of that little girl. Her mom was like, I'm so sorry. My friend was like, "Kid," I was like, I got up.
You just laughed.
I walked out the room. The little girl hadn't even pulled her pants up. I walked out the room. The provider was like, "Well, where are you?" I said, "I'll be back when I get back." I'm leaving, so I just walked out. And so when I came back,
disrespectful.
I came back, and the mama had waited. She waited for me to come back, and she was like, "I'm so sorry." She was like, "But I could tell how mad you were." And
to spit on somebody, I don't care what age you are,
like,
to directly spit in somebody's face.
And she made the little girl apologize too, but I was sitting there and I'm like, she don't mean it from her heart. Because your mama made you do it.
I'm like, why would, and see, I used to hate that kids would do some ornery things, but that spitting, that was like, I ain't gonna hit you because you a kid. I ain't gonna hit you, but I sure
you just don't know.
Hawked up.
You know what? I had to think because I hadn't had my daughter at that time. It was just my son. And I'm like, I done went through too much training, too much school.
And you don't want to lose your license. You don't want to lose.
Right.
I would have got up and walked out too. I would have got up and walked out. That's just like, me working at the nursing home. It's like them residents could do something to you. They could run over your foot in the wheelchair on purpose. They could smack you. They could attack you. And just supposed to be like,
take that little girl, do it like her I used to do them with little kids, and grab by their shirt and be like, "Who you playing with?"
When that little boy spit on me, I was like, "What? Heck no!" But see, he had done that so many times to other people, and so that time when he did it to me, he wasn't expecting my reaction. I'm telling you, that little boy. That was the last time he ever spit on anybody else at church. The last time. And I act like I didn't even know what he was crying and everything, running around the church. I was like, I don't know what's wrong with that boy.
This story. I ain't gonna say no names. But we had this, I think she was getting senile, this old lady.
Oh Lord.
But she would call all the time, and she had like the most whiniest voice, and it was always.
She called the clinic, or
yes, she called the clinic, and so we would always tell her she needed to come in, and she had all these reasons why she wouldn't. What'd you say there?
I don't know what my sense. He said, "I'd rather have real shade than a fake apology."
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I felt.
Mm-hmm.
But so we kept telling this lady, you gotta come in the clinic. We have to see you. You have to come in. We cannot diagnose you over the phone.
Right.
So finally she came in. She came in with her private nurse. Now, first of all, the lady is on one of them little mobile scooters.
Don't make me laugh.
She hit every door and
Don't make me
wall. And I tried my hardest. I tried my damn hardest not to laugh. But
do you remember Mrs. B?
she was like, oh, Mrs. B. I know that lady went out of her way to hit people. I know she did.
Oh, y'all from Omaha, Nebraska.
Everybody who grew up in
And y'all
Omaha
know
about
Nebraska
Mrs.
Furniture Mart and Mrs. B's.
B. Y'all already know. That lady went out of her way to hit people. I promise you.
And remember the commercials? She be rolling up on people in her wheelchair. Mrs. B's, come on out to Mrs. B's. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
So I finally get her back into the weight room. I'm like, okay, she on this thing. She's like, oh, you gotta help me out of it. Now, mind you, this lady like 300 pounds.
Oh, Lord.
And that wouldn't have been a problem normally, but I'm like 5 months pregnant.
You can't do nothing like that.
Ma'am, I can't help you out of that. I said, but your nurse can.
Mm-hmm.
The lady said, oh, I can't. I'm just here to observe. You observe? No, but you finna work today because I can't lift her. I said, I'm sorry. I can't do it.
The nurse said she was there to observe. Like, hold on. How much money y'all get paid?
The woman told me she was there to observe. So I
you better observe your butt over there and assist that patient.
Girl, that's wait a minute. I said, I can't do it because I'm pregnant. I said, I'm having a baby. And so the nurse said, oh, you're having a baby? What kind? I said, a baby giraffe. What do you mean, what kind? I was like, in her while the lady's still sitting there and she just, I was like, you know what, so I had to call some of the other nurses to come in and help her get up on the scale. Then she got back in the car. It took us 10 minutes to get her out of that little weight room because it felt, remember Austin Powers when he was,
Lord Jesus, poor patience. What clinic was this? No, don't even say. Don't even say.
I don't say
She said Austin Powers.
She was like,
I remember.
She was hitting on them damn walls.
I just blew bubbles in my drink.
No.
Y'all. Okay.
I can't.
Oh, child.
I used to have fun, man. I had ways with them patients.
Welcome to the hood table.
My patients love me. I kept it hood with my patients too. And I think that's, I shouldn't say hood. I kept it real with them. And I think that's something they appreciate because I was like, oh, hi, how are you today? I call them back and be like, hey, what's going on? I had one old man, he would see me, he knew he was coming to see me, so he would turn his hat backwards.
Uh-oh.
And I was like, you ready today? And he'd be like, bring it on. And that was just how we did. That was our little thing. And when I found out him and his wife passed away while I was on maternity leave, because I think he passed and then like 30 days later she passed, and I
used to hate that when I worked.
I was really upset. That really did.
When they say somebody passed, I'll be like, what? Oh my God.
Because you get attached
you get so
to them,
attached
especially
to
the
them.
little old people. Oh my gosh, I used to love my little old patients. Oh
just my fans, just my 5 cents cracking up at y'all. But let me tell y'all something. We about to get up out of here. It's almost midnight.
That know y'all gotta go to church in the morning.
It's almost midnight. The church song.
No.
Oh Lord, see, she was a backslider. I went to church growing up.
Oh, girl,
She was a backslider.
honey, we was there whenever the lights came on at that church. I promise you.
Same here. I was there every day. That little boy was there, walking around spitting on people. Okay, anyway, let me see. I'm about to have another flashback. I might have another flashback. Way back in the time. Shoot, I'm doing Black Street on. But anywho, see, stuff like that, my sons never did when they was growing up. Spitting on people and walking around kicking on people. Because they know mama. What?
My son.
You know how you do that to your kid?
I don't even.
You ain't got to touch them. You just be like,
I ain't got to do it.
You crazy?
I don't have to. You know what? I put the fear of Jesus in my son. He's scared to death. He would tell you to this day. He was like, I'm scared of my mama. I think she's a little.
Thank you, Maurice.
Thank you.
Now, my sons, I used to hate when they did that with their friends. Like the friends who didn't, they would warn their friends before they brought them over. Not like I'm this big, mean, you know what I'm saying? But they be like, okay, if you come over my house, ain't no running, ain't no jumping, ain't no making a whole bunch of noise, ain't no, there is a lot of ain't no's. Ain't no. So when their friends would come over for the first time, I would be, hey, what's up? How y'all doing? What's up? How you doing? Come on in. You welcome to, I'm all. And they looking at like my kids like, dude, you made your mom seem like she was, the scariest mom on earth. And they soon found out I'm not. I'm real cool, laid back and all that kind of stuff. But they knew they couldn't do certain things at my house, like no cursing, no, stuff like that.
Right.
And don't tear my house up. I don't care if y'all come over, just be respectful.
Right.
But my sons are like, don't do this, ain't no that.
My brother did that with his wife, his now wife. The first time what happened was he was stationed in Kuwait.
Good night, Maurice. Sweet dreams, boo.
He was stationed in Kuwait, and they were supposed to both come here to Omaha. And he ended up, that was when they shut down, when Obama was still president, when they did that first government shutdown. And he ended up still stuck in Kuwait.
Oh.
And so she had her ticket, she had to come, or else she lost her money.
Mm-hmm.
And she told me when she got here, she said, your brother told me it wasn't your mom I had to be careful with. It was you.
It was you?
I was like, oh my God, he did. But
that's another thing.
I said, but you know what? He ain't lying. And I had to remind her that last week, but anyway.
But that's how it used to be when I was younger, with my bros and my guy cousins. Man, my one cousin used to always come to our parties, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was always coming to our parties. We used to always do our birthdays together because we 8 days apart. And I'm telling you, every time he started dating a different chick, I was like one of the first persons he would introduce them to. And they would be like, every time, I heard a lot about you. And they would start talking about all the stuff that we used to do back in the day. And I'm like, really? Yeah, your cousin, he told me y'all used to do this and do that. And man, the things we used to do in the streets. I'm like, why is you talking about if I was to, like, you got them boys' cousin who be like, don't give people my government name. Don't give people my like, but you can talk about everything about the girls, but when it's time to talk about, don't tell nobody nothing about. And so they would think that I'm like this person, like this. I'm like, I'm not really like that. I'm really cool and I'm nice and I'm sweet, but you just can't watch your step. You can't, there's certain things you just can't cross the lines. And then if they got into it with their girlfriend, I'm gonna call my cousin Tanya. Or, one of the other girl cousins. He would call one of us, man, this girl. I'm like, listen, you chose to be with that broad.
I have a lot of male
That's
cousins.
your problem.
I mean, I say this on my dad's side. There's 17 grandkids. Of those 17.
Oh, that's a lot. Well, I guess it ain't a whole lot.
My dad was a third of 10 kids. But it's 17 of us, but only 5 of us are girls.
Yeah. Oh, shoot.
Yes.
See, that's how ours is. It's like we got all these
Yeah.
overprotective boys, and it was like a handful of girls
Well, see,
in our family
kinda,
growing up.
You know, I kind of like that because we were always looking out
Protected.
for it, protected. And then they always made sure that we knew how to protect ourselves too.
And that's why I always say some people will try you and they don't know who your family is.
And that has happened many a time. People have tried it and
I learned really quickly.
Shit hit the fan when they tried it.
I learned really quickly to not call on my relatives unless it was absolutely
and there are
necessary. Because when they come, it's gonna be 5-10 car loads full. They ready for whatever.
And I mean, that's like I said that at the beginning of the show. I made one phone call.
I always try to handle things on my own whenever I got into something, which it wasn't a lot because I wasn't a troublemaker. It was always people messing with me for some reason or another.
That's the way it always was. Somebody messing with me, and I'm like,
I don't mess with people. I've never been that kind of person to mess with people.
Man,
Lord. But anyway, I'm just thinking of the whole like I've been thinking the whole like, yeah, I'm gonna leave them alone.
But then even then, within calling my one cousin, and 17 phones ringing, but there's still just one cousin. I had to think about it. There's one cousin, and I've only called on him one time, and when it happened, it was it was because somebody was following me that I didn't like, and I didn't like the situation. And so I called my cousin, and he said, okay, now what I want you to do, pull up in front of the house. I said, okay. Pulled up in front of the house. He said, now call that person and tell them to look down at their chest. I said, okay. I hung up and I called that person. I said, look down at your chest.
Was it lit up?
Next thing you get
See, only at the hood table. We keep it real. We keep it 100. And we always gonna tell you a little hood story. We always gonna tell you a little hood story, but not too much information.
Right.
We don't want to.
We don't want to
get anybody in trouble.
We don't want the guilty to be in trouble.
Right.
Trying to drag the innocent.
Right. But anyway, I'm gonna play our new theme song. Hey, that was created by my niece. Her name is Tylynn.
Shout out, baby girl. Thank you very much. You did a wonderful job.
She did. She's an up and coming rapper. She has caught a lot of attention from a lot of well-known celebrity artists. And she's already got 2 CDs out. She's the bomb. She does collaborations with different rappers. And anyway, I said, niece, please, I need an intro for the Hood Table channel. So she said, send me the description of your channel, like what your channel is about, and send me the beat or whatever the music you want me to use, and I'll hook you up. So I'm going to play for y'all what she came up with, and this is our new theme song. Let me see. Here it is. All right, let me rewind it to the beginning. Excuse me. Okay, hold up. I got something open. Something. Okay, close this. Do I already got it open? Yep, I already got it open. This, I don't know why it does that.
You don't need Netflix. Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system for your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. Get addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HD content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn you back and tell you sorry, try again. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey. That's my niece, y'all. That's my niece.
Y'all, before we leave out, I want y'all to see my eye makeup. See, I decorated my eyeballs too. See?
She came over here, had her makeup all did up and things, had her Christmas outfit on. I thought we was going. I felt kind of naked because I thought we was just gonna wear our Santa hats.
Bam, bam, bam.
She got the whole get up, the pants, the. I'm like jealous.
Jingle bell suit with the little dingle balls.
They got bad. Did you say dingle balls?
Dingle balls, my little dingle balls here.
They got jingle bells. She called them dingle balls.
Anyway, see the little they red, white, and green. Girl, I had
she is over here jangling. She's over here jangling all over the place.
Folks said jangling all over the
Jangling all over the place. But anyway, I told my niece that every video we play her intro or our new song in, I'm gonna make sure I put in the description box her contact information.
Yes.
Because she does create music for people. She does do collaborations. She's been in concerts. She's really good. You guys need to follow her on follow her on YouTube, Facebook, and IG. It's Thailand, TYLYNN Music. Thailand Music. And I will put her information in the description box. If you guys need intro music, or anything, you want a little rap, she sings too. Sings and rap. So if y'all need to hit her up, I will put her information in the contact in the description box. So with that being said, any last words tonight before we
be blessed? Happy holidays to you all, and can't wait to see y'all again.
Hey, we out. The Hood Table fam. Thanks for joining us tonight. Thanks for kicking it with us. Thanks for sharing some laughs with us and sharing your opinions and everything like that. We really appreciate it.
Spread the word. Bring some of your friends. Tell them come on in and have a seat at the table.
Come to the Hood Table. To the Hood Table. This ain't the red table. This ain't Jada Pinkett and them. This ain't Jada Pinkett Smith and them.
No, we ain't politically correct in this one, obviously.
No. This is the Hood Table where we keep it hood. So anyway, with that being said, stay blessed, be safe, and we out.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, yes, definitely. Merry Christmas. And a Happy New Year. Oh.
Yeah, okay. We're
going
to work on that.
You see the ugly face? You know how they do when the singers be doing the ugly face when they be singing? They mouth be like,
when you close up.
Happy New Year. Good night.